Alright, hello again, and welcome back to this Lies of P Let's Play. This should be part 22 if I remember correctly, but honestly, I'm not too sure. I kind of forgot where I was last time. Why did I respawn over here? That was like a weird spot to respawn. I'm so used to just respawning right at like a stargazer. Well, anyway, I've thought about some stuff, and I've pondered over a build idea I had last time, and I think I'm gonna give it a try. So the first thing I'm going to do is pick up this amulet over here. Yes, and I think... yeah, and I think I will take this as well. Rush forward and stab, you know? I'll pick it up and I'll give it a try. Okay. So right now, well, while I'm here, I should probably go ahead and upgrade that trident I just picked up, you know, if I actually want to try it out and have it be worthwhile. So, right here. I'm kind of running out of ergo, but worst case scenario, I can always add some, but never mind, I guess I can't add anything. But as it turns out, it's not exactly... it's not that big a deal, because I had enough ergo for everything, so yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go back to... 1 minute. Gosh dang it. I wanted to go back to the tree to... oh, there's some stuff here that I can do in Hotel Crot. It looked like Geppetto. Anyway, yeah, I want to go back to the tree because I want to respec my P organ. Since I want to, well, try out this build idea I have in mind, and I'm going to give you the details of all of that once we get there.
You're back. The Malum district was as grim as we feared, was it not? But with the Black Rabbit Brotherhood out of the picture, we can focus elsewhere. And why not strike at the root of the problem? The King of Puppets' lair is on Rosa Isabelle Street. Perhaps the puppet frenzy will come to an end if we can take down their king. Go to Antonia and get the key to Rosa Isabelle Street. I already let her know you'll be coming by. I always remember these favors you've done for me. Though it pains me to send someone so precious into such peril. This portrait... I remember it fondly. I thought it was lost forever. I had no idea the Black Rabbit Brotherhood had stolen it. To think that you have brought it back to me. Forgive a foolish old man his memories. Memories of a happier time, my son. I know just where to hang it in the hotel.
You cannot use this right now. Well,
the city asked me.
I get a feeling this might be what the change shape thing was about. So let me have a look-see at that right now. Well, never mind. I'll never figure out what this is about, I promise. Never ever. Anyway, so yeah, off to the tree now, for real. Wait, no, I gotta talk to Antonia for the key first. Kinda forgot for a moment.
I heard from Geppetto. Rosa Isabelle Street is ever so dangerous, I'm told. I hoped we wouldn't have to unlock the passage there. But if we want to stop this disaster once and for all, I fear we've no choice. Geppetto and I care about you very much, you know. Stay safe, for both of us. I feel like my time is slowly coming to an end. However, it's a nice feeling to know that someone waits for you. That someone cares. Please take care out there.
Rosa Isabelle Street had become a hell of a fierce fire and blood, as well as the puppet stronghold. However, some must escape this place for salvation.
If you came from the Marlem district, you probably saw the gold coin tree. I knew the tree was at the hotel, of course. I'm not the only one. The alchemists showed great interest in its fruit. I heard it's optimized to respond to ergo. But that's not the important part. The Krat disaster caused the alchemists to fight amongst themselves. Many people died or went missing. That's the real tragedy of the Rose Estate. I stopped cooperating with the alchemists. Protecting the hotel was too important. I sealed away the gold coin tree, so no one would fight over it. I had no idea the Black Rabbit Brotherhood was stealing from it. The hotel is Krat's last place of refuge. I am obligated to protect it. I'm going to protect you and the people inside until the day I die. If you were in my position, you'd do the same, I'm sure. People have no thanks for keeping.
Alright, well. Now I suppose it's off to the tree for real. Teleport to another stargazer. Malum District Town Hall. There was also another thing I wanted to do back in the Malum District. I wanted to talk to that merchant, because there was one somewhere that like says something about you not being a part of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. And I don't know if I can actually interact with him now, but we'll just have to take a look-see once we get there. But for now, I'm going to go to the tree, because otherwise I'm going to forget all about it, because a couple of burps. I've already been putting it off for long enough, so I have hiccups now, what the hell. So let's just go ahead and do it, you know, as soon as possible. Alrighty. That donkey mask still looks really silly. Alright, so my idea. There are 2 buffs. The gold coin fruit is ready to be picked. Okay. Needs time to grow again. So, basically, I have 2 of those things, lower damage when discharged, technically, that I can have, yeah. So what I actually want to do is like have them both, and instead of actually using my heals to just, you know, keep everything, just rely on guard regain, basically. So actually, now that I look at it, I might not need to change much at all. I'd only take this off and put it here, basically. Enhanced charge attack, charge stagger attack. Well, I might take some stuff. Oh man, this is a little awkward sometimes. Enhanced, I'll take this off, I think. Yeah, well, I'll also take this off because I'll put it elsewhere. So I need this and perfect guard, fabled charge, enhance, increase weapon durability, recovery speed, lower legend consumption in a crisis, reduce stamina consumption from a dash when weight increases. Huh, interesting. When using the wish stone. Oh, you know, that could be nice. Charge Fable when reviving. Okay. Naturally recovers durability of inactive weapons. Increases ergo upon eliminating an enemy. Enhance Fable Catalyst effect. Enhance the charge effect of Legion magazine. I don't really know what that does still. Increases ergo upon eliminating an enemy. Oh, that No, that's Ergo. Never mind, it's not Fable or Legion or something. Condensed Legion arm attack. When more than half of the Legion arm remains, okay. Perfect guard destruction, Fable arts duration. And it's Fable arts attack. Yeah, I suppose I'll take that for now instead. I won't be needing that theoretically if the build works as I expect it to. And I think that will be good. So hopefully this works out. Pure gen recalibrations have been done, whatever. That last word was that I didn't read and like completely forgot what it was when it just disappeared. Anyway, I thought the way forward was going to be over here, but it doesn't really. Wait. Hotel Krot. So you're telling me I could have just walked over here instead. Ah, okay, well. I see how it is. So yeah, I guess I can see why the path forward isn't over here then. Well, alright. Well, there's nothing to do now but to just go back to... go to Rosa Isabelle Street, I suppose. Yeah, down here is probably going to be the fastest way. Does Sophie have anything to say? No, she doesn't. I'm all out of Ergo and I'm all out of basically everything else. So yeah, I'm gonna try this trident for a little bit, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to go back to my previous thing. I like the idea of having like a Fable art that gets better after blocking in attacks. Is that kind of the idea of the build? But you know, my hand. I feel like my hand clipped through the door there. One of the things I'm not like super big about with the Aegis Legion arm is that when I block something and it explodes, I just get launched backwards. So I had this idea that if I had a Fable art that like launches me forward instead, I could use that to like close the gap. And this does seem to have that, from what I could tell by the description of this Fable art. So we're going to have to see how this all works out.
Rosa Isabelle Street, the entertainment district. You might call it extravagant. Operas, operettas, street concerts, all running 24/7. Adelina Corday, the singer in the red dress. Oh, she was the most famous of them all. The legendary prima donna. Well, I'm not sure if she's still alive, so while the past tense makes sense, it's getting a little depressing.
Okay, so we have a pre-Madonna, but what about a post-Madonna? Have you considered that? Okay. There's something here, apparently? Yeah, something to look at on this banner. The Witch's Tower and Princess, the final performance by Adelina, the great prima donna, experience their passionate stories. So if I had to guess, I should be done with zombies for the time being. I wasn't supposed to get that this early, I suppose. The Witch's Tower and Princess, the comedy praised by audience and critics alike. The Estella Opera House will be presenting its grand finale. It's the last work of the best writer of Krot, Coppelius Kempelen, as well as the last performance of Red actress Adelina Corday, the greatest prima donna of our time. The greatest adventure of an evil witch, a gallant knight, and a beautiful princess awaits you. Come join an unforgettable experience of laughter, tears, and thrills. I got mixed up with tears and thrills. Whatever. Get the most loyal servant. Yeah, I will be fighting puppets again. For some time, at least. This is a lot slower than my old weapon, but I'll have to try and make do with it for now. At least until I come to an answer on whether or not I think it's actually worth keeping it along. I just punched that guy. Wow. Oh yeah, I was supposed to like waste all my heals because that was kind of like the old idea of the build, basically. Alright. Someone had a fun time over here. What happened to her head? Jesus Christ. Oh, it's like covered by like a sheet of paper, okay. I thought her head had mutated into a crab or something. It was... that was really weird and I wasn't sure where that was supposed to be going, but... No, I guess it just got covered by a sheet of paper. So let me see how much damage I actually take. That is a lot of... That is a lot more damage than I expected. Pulse cells are discharged. I assume that means when I don't have any pulse cells active. I guess I came from over there, yeah. I got a little mixed up for a second there. That is... I'm taking more damage than I expected I would be. Well, I suppose it's not the end of the world. I'll still try to make this work somehow, and maybe eventually I will... You know, either I'll make it work or I won't, and then I'll just switch it up for something else instead. Cluster grenade. In case I ever feel like throwing stuff at people again. It has not yet been the case.
Who are you? Ah, my stalker friend. I was worried the puppets had come back. They're demons. They won't give us a moment's peace. Even an elderly lady like me. They wouldn't even let the dead rest if they had the petrification disease. Drives a lady to drink, it does. Which reminds me, I could use a proper tipple. There's a wine called La Bleuie. When I was younger, they called it the Ruby of the Heavens. I'm sure there's still some left in the wine cellar at Lorenzini Arcade. You're an enterprising lad. Bring it to me and I'll give you something nice in return.
Yeah, if I can find it, I will certainly consider doing that. In the meantime, I'll let you to deal with death, basically. That seems to be one of the common symptoms of the petrification disease, as far as I'm aware. Hello, you. I suppose this is about as good a time as any, now that I have a pulse cell. Let's see how much damage I take now, after I read this. Puppets are the most beautiful of beings. Even their human masters are incomplete beings in comparison. Creations more perfect than their creator. The creator who created them. Which would you praise more? I don't know. That is too philosophical a debate for me. I am not... I wouldn't be able to tell you. Oh, okay. That was more hits than I expected. Yeah, I suppose it does look like I take a little less damage now, but... The difference isn't as big as I would have hoped. Oh. Okay, so... A kamikaze clown, that's... very... unsettling, if I'm being honest. Ow. That hurts quite a fair bit, not gonna lie. Am I gonna die of fall damage? Not yet. Special report, Forerunner's Confession. The alchemists paved the way for Krot's golden age, and no one denies that fact. But what if instead of gold, they were to cause an unprecedented disaster? Being a reporter, I received a surprising message from an informant who was once an alchemist himself. It's about a stranger from across the ocean. An alchemist from the Far East was once famous in Krot. He learned of the group's secrets and quit, and he now uses a different identity out of fear for his safety. The relics of Trismegistus is not just a simple ergo mine. That place is dangerous. My source claimed that the alchemists have an ulterior motive, one not for the benefit of the city, and that they have a very risky plan involving ergo. The conspiracy theory about how hundreds of people can die sounded preposterous, but the evidence provided had a surprising amount of credibility to it. So, as a reporter, I spent months with the informer and was able to see the dark side of Krot. I intend to deliver my report for the benefit of the citizens. The rest is severely damaged. Publication of this text was banned for spreading false information and promoting social unrest. Additionally, reporter Medoro has been suspended indefinitely from our newspaper. We apologize to the citizens for any trouble. Alright. So, censorship, basically. What the heck? Oh, I don't think I like that very much. Also, they are surprisingly tanky for what is basically like puppet babies. You know what, I'm just gonna stand here and shield everything. There we go. I'm not risking it with this little HP. Vivid Ergo Fragment. Okay, so yeah, I suppose the idea of just always staying at 0 pulse cells was not a good idea. Turns out, I kind of got a little bamboozled because I think when I was fighting the boss, the Black Rabbit Brotherhood last time, I noticed that sometimes it looked like they really just weren't doing any substantial damage to me. And I guess I mistakenly assumed that was because I had no pulse cells anymore, and thus I had my defense reduction from, you know, that thing, that passive, that P organ passive. Okay, so this is just the other side. No, this is here. Okay, well, I'll lower this down while I'm at it. So yeah, I guess I figured if I'm taking so little damage, if I stack both of these things, then I suppose I'll just will be taking even less damage. And so I thought I might become like incredibly tanky, but it looks like it wasn't meant to be, I suppose. But I don't feel like going back to respec my P organ right now, so we're just gonna rock it for a little bit, and eventually I'll go ahead and switch back. There's a lot of people in here. There are precisely 3 people in here. I'm going to smack her. Okay, I was a little bit scared the other one would be coming for me and that I would get like pincered between both of them, but thankfully that didn't happen, so everything is going to be a-okay. Man, I'm just beating up some maids here. Those poor civil servants. They're not civil servants. That's not how this works. What am I talking about? Resplendent Ergo Fragment. Okay, cool. You know, they were just being there for the good of the people, and I just come over and fucking killed them. Though, to be fair, they weren't exactly doing... You know, what the heck? Oh, the lamps are broken. They aren't really doing much good for anyone at this point anymore, is what I'm trying to say. What the heck? Oh, he shot me. I thought I heard something like shoot me, but I wasn't sure. That thing over there is going to throw shit at me. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it throws a lot of stuff, actually. I suppose once you get close, they're fairly reasonable. Right now, I need to find like a stargazer or something. Firstly, my timer has been over for like 3 minutes at this point. And secondly... secondly something. I don't remember what I was going to say. But yeah, I guess I want to teleport back to the beginning. Oh, okay, there's a lot of guys over there. I want to teleport back to the beginning so I can, like, take the paths I didn't take. Go down the paths I didn't take. Shit. Oh, there's... Oh, okay, that just straight up killed me. Alright, well. That is certainly one way to head back to the Stargazer for what it's worth. So, I suppose that'll be it for this video. I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, do all of the YouTube stuff that helps. And if you didn't, then do all of the YouTube stuff that don't help, I suppose. So, once again, thank you for watching. And I'll see you later. Goodbye.